Welcome back to the Hartbeat Podcast. I'm Jadon McGee. I'm with my co-host Zane Hutton.
Hey y'all, it's good to see y'all. We're having a special guest here named Elijah Ogwynn, and he's part of the Hartfield Sports. He does a lot of photography in this field, and we can't wait to have him, so here he is.
Ogwynn has amassed over 2,100 followers as a sophomore.
Yeah.
So we kind of want to talk to you about how you started, how you've gotten this far as a young person. So I want to ask you kind of what got you into photography in the first place.
I don't know, but I've really always been interested about it. Like, my mom's always had a camera. I would always fiddle with it when I was a kid. And I think it was August of last year, the Hartfield put out a media team, and only a couple people applied. Me, Wynn, and I don't know who else applied. And I saw it was a pretty cool opportunity. I thought I was going to do it as a hobby, but it's really turned into like a lifestyle. I guess that makes sense.
So, because I saw the same thing, I didn't sign up because I was working with Craven on the live stream side of it. So that was Stafford that was teaching y'all, right?
Yes.
Did you start doing photography for the school before or after you started working with Mr. Stafford?
That was the first thing I did. The first game I took pictures at, I think, was maybe a JV football game. Or it was the first spring football practice, I think. Or no, first fall football practice. And it did not go good at all. Looking back at it, my edits were all focused. The photos were out of focus, all grainy. That's really what I was doing.
Well, you were a freshman at the time, right?
I was.
So, how much have you grown since last year to this year?
Oh, a lot. Like, my standard's different. Like, a photo I would post September last year, I would delete it in camera and not even upload it to the hard drive, honestly.
So were you like embarrassed with those kind of photos, thinking that they wouldn't be able to come up on the screens?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, I agree with some of the stuff that I do. It's looking back at some of the old videos I used to take. Some of them that were on one of my old Instagrams. It's like, yep, I posted that.
The sword one, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I remember
My
that.
introduction one. That was last year.
Mm-hmm.
That was December last year. That's about a year ago now. But just starting out, I think it's good just to post, get started, figure all that out. But when did you start realizing that you wanted to keep on doing this? Because you do it pretty much for every sport now.
Mm-hmm.
How did you get started doing all that?
I don't know, really just like players, athletes at school, like, come to this game, and it turned in where they would repost, and that's what sort of gained my following. I really don't remember the date. It was probably after this church event. Like, I had some of the best photos, like the bokeh, everything was perfect. It was probably around February last year. Really started around varsity baseball season when I enhanced my craft a lot.
Okay. So after that junior varsity season, you got, because now people know you as the photography guy.
Anywhere I go, it's always like, you're the guy who takes pictures. I can't go anywhere without someone. You take pictures, right? I guess.
So, because I see some of the stuff also like on Instagram that you like for photography stuff. It's like, how much do people, because a lot of people think that it's just you grab the camera, you take the picture, you upload it, you're done. Can you walk us through the process of what people don't really realize about it?
Well, first you gotta get the settings right. Like, if you just grab a camera, bring it out of the box, you can't just take a photo and be clear, perfect. You have to know the settings that a lot of photographers have taught me. Mr. Richard Stafford, Mr. Robert Smith, Mr. Brad Bridges, Mr. White Mason. There's many more I could say. Those are some of the key ones that have helped me a lot. Blake Harrell. And, sorry, what was the question? Sorry.
What was the question? I was saying something like,
what I do go through.
Yeah, what's kind of
What's your process?
What's the process that most people don't realize?
So we're just gonna use an example. Friday night football, Columbia. I was using a 120 to 300 2.8 lens. I would take the photo. I would take a lot. I'll go through, look down at the camera, and if I saw them out of focus, I'll delete it then. Then I would, after the game, do an in-camera check with walking out of the stadium, do that, and then I'll get home, get my computer. I always have a computer charging at home. This is before we started having got deadlines for like, had to have posting in to Richard at a certain time. I would upload, choose the best ones, put a tag on them, upload them, edit them. Editing takes way longer than most people think. Like, I'll get a text, where's the photos at? And it takes so long. Like, I had a client, Hartfield basketball this year, I had 13 clients in total. I had like 6 at the elementary basketball games. I had 7 at soccer. And it was just going back and forth. Like, my heart rate was definitely insane. And I make sure I got at least 15 minimum good shots at everybody. So I probably uploaded 8,000 pictures that night.
Oh, wow.
That's a lot.
How long does it take to go through 8,000 pictures and choose?
Oh gosh, like that night, I promised a week turnaround max. I probably had 4 days where I'm up to 4 or 5 a.m. and having to wake up for baseball workouts, get my run and lift in.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a process.
It's a grind, isn't it?
Yes, just like y'all.
Just like us.
Yeah, because I know me, I'm running podcast, the live stream stuff,
News.
news, not to mention some of the other things outside of school I do, and then trying to work with school stuff. I don't do sport for a couple reasons, but how do you prioritize and still work school out, sports out, and do something that you like?
It depends. Like, school's always been my first priority. Then church is always my second. With family being, I'm considering that church family.
Mm-hmm.
And then always, I'm going to put my sport first and photography. But it just depends. Like, if it's travel sport, I'm going to have to go with photography. It's good. And like, I've shot SEC games, and I plan to shoot many more next year. Just had to take off at the right time.
How do you get into those positions? Do you reach out to them, or do they reach out to you for your pictures?
The SEC?
Yeah, the SEC.
So I shot the LSU Tennessee series, which I was kind of surprised I got the chance to do it. I was working for the Vibe Louisiana. They have 55,000 followers on Instagram.
Wow.
And I just reached out, honestly, seeing if they needed content. I reached out to the dude and I was like, can I work for this game? He was like, yes, you can cover the whole weekend. Which my parents, we drove down there that Sunday, and I was kind of nervous on the field. Like, I honestly got hit by a ball.
Oh, wow.
Like, I was like, I get low angles. If you see me at a game, you know I get low. I was getting one, dude at first base, misses the scoop, hits me in the back. I had a bruise there for like 2 weeks. It was pretty bad. And then got accepted, but people think just like shooting them games, it's like, yes, it's a pretty huge deal. It is really huge. It's one of the biggest accomplishments I've ever had. And having a couple players from LSU reach out to me asking for the pictures I took of them when I tag them. But like, I've also been declined to many games. Like this football season, I've been declined for many state games. And it's honestly gives me motivation to keep on working. But honestly, the right thing to do is like finding a news outlet to work for. But like for this basketball season, I should be shooting a bunch of Mississippi State games, I hope.
That's gonna be really fun. I think I'm going to a couple of them, not to do anything sadly, but to sit there and watch. It'll be cool to see you over there.
You gotta love state.
Howdy toddy.
Going to state.
Okay. Going to state.
Ole Miss media department's way strict.
No.
Or they're just strict. They have one of the best photo departments in the state. But I've been talking to a few JUCOs around the state that really wants me to come to their school when I go to college and work for them, shoot photos. My number one probably right now is East Central.
Okay. How do, again, companies, colleges, those sort of things, again, you're a sophomore, how do the players, do they treat you differently, or?
It honestly just depends. Like, are we talking, like last year, are we talking like London Simmons, and like it's pretty surreal now that I think about it, like SEC linemen. They just talk like a regular person, but like sometimes I can't get caught up in trying to be like fanning over them. You know what I mean? I have to do it. My job is to capture their moment and their story and to make it a good post.
We talked earlier about the process about everything, and with that, what is one thing that you wish you could tell your younger self, like last year, before you got started with this, with Mr. Sadford and everyone?
Just keep shooting.
Just keep shooting?
Yep. Never give up. Like, I honestly was at a point in, like, September, some of the other photographers, I would get kind of discouraged because they would have all the new gear. I still don't. I'm still working with a good setup that I've been fortunate to save my money and work hard for.
Mm-hmm.
But some people just get given stuff, and I just get the chance that my work's paying off, and I'm getting to shoot some pretty high-level athletes here at Hartfield and other schools.
That's good to hear.
When did you start? Because I'm seeing now that you're going to like Pisgah and prep and all them. How have you gotten to the point where you expand outside of Hartfield?
Instagram's been a huge outlet. You can sponsor us Instagram if you want to. And then honestly, it's huge out. Like, I have friends from other schools, and like, I'll go to one of their Pisgah baseball games. That's what helped me over there. Honestly, this might sound weird. I took pictures at pickleball a lot during the summer, so I'm kind of getting off like the time period we were going at. But like, I would have some of the best sunsets there. Like, I have so many of the pictures in my portfolio right now. That gives me constant practice, like just kind of like the just keep shooting part. So I got so consistent at that. And I gained like 400 followers just in that 1 month at pickleball. Yeah.
So, just for, photographers who want to start out here at Hartfield, or if anyone else around is listening, what would you say to them to like give them the confidence just to randomly pick up the camera and start shooting, even if people start looking at them weird if they're at games or shooting at pickleball, where normally people would just sit there and play?
Honestly, just give it a shot. Like, this is the last thing I thought I'd be doing. Like, when I was in 8th grade playing baseball at Hartfield, the camera was the last thing I would think of, like, honestly. But ever since I've started, this is my passion. This is my lifestyle, like, what I like to do. So, anybody who's wanting to pick up photography, I would say just run at it. And don't stop going. Even if somebody's making fun of you. Like, honestly, when I started, I had people question me. It's like, why are you taking pictures here? Like, I don't know if they mean it in a rude way, but like, it kind of comes off as that. And now it's like, oh, take our photo.
Yeah.
And I remember who said something to me, and I don't really post them.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But now with 2,100 followers, within a good amount of time, again, does that just come with consistency?
Getting myself out there, getting my name out there, honestly.
Just going to every
different schools, honestly, have helped. Like, I've had a couple viral posts, I would say. Like, here, I'm gonna look real quick if that's fine.
Yeah,
that's okay.
My most viral post was, I'm gonna say a couple posts. I had a junior at Hartfield post. This new team, we had a bunch of 8th graders that are really good this year. Money Azakini, Breland, King, Hayden Steen, Drew Williams, Jonah Cox, so many more, Ben Bowman, that have really set the tone. This year's junior high team was so photogenic. Like, I didn't get to go to many games because Thursday schoolwork, that's gotta come first. But like, I shot the first and the second to last game, and like, this post got 66,000 views.
Oh wow.
925 likes.
Nice.
430 reposts and 30 like Instagram reposts and 17 comments, and like, them kids did not even know me at the time because football season, they were, like you were saying in the first episode, they were grinding all summer. I was there, but they didn't really know who I was, honestly, until I started talking to a few of them because they're gonna flick over pictures and stuff, and they were all like, I'll send you some of these too.
Yeah.
They were always like flicking up the camera. And I've had my first post. Like, my friend Nolan Design, he has Instagram. I should give him a follow. I started like looking at his stuff. He does like these like prospect posts, and I did this post with this kid named Jay McQueen. It got, I think I got 1,000. I can't find it so far down. I probably 1,300 likes, and he's playing in the minor league baseball right now. He got drafted out of high school with a crazy signing bonus.
All those connections are probably really good, especially with you being younger. Because I was talking to him before we started. There was one guy over here 3 years ago that CW tapes, right?
Yep, Cole.
Oh, yeah, Cole.
Yep.
You said that he got a Like
He got like a full ride to, I think, MSU.
Yeah, that's what East Central's been talking to me. I've been talking to LSU too.
Yeah.
But they're only wanting to pay like 25%. I don't got that money to be paying that, but maybe I'll enhance the next couple years.
Right, and maybe they can give you a better offer or something too. Yeah.
Again, you got time. 2 years is a lot.
Yeah.
Especially if you're going the way that you've been doing and still having that exponential growth. That'll put you probably maybe 10,000, 20,000 before you leave here.
That's crazy to think
I mean,
about.
all it is just honing in your skills for that anyway, so it'll be good.
I'm finna get some of the meta glasses. Have y'all seen those?
Yes.
I'm getting a prescription over the break.
Nice.
That's pretty cool. I like those.
Some POV content that goes viral too. Like, have you seen them on Instagram?
I've seen
Reels?
some on Instagram where they're just wearing the glasses and they're just walking, and it goes viral every single time. Yeah.
There's this one guy who recorded a whole wedding video just in those meta
I know,
glasses.
that's crazy. It's good quality.
They are.
It is. It's ridiculous.
60 frames a second on there. That's better than some of the cameras that I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being able to have all that.
So, for most people, because I know a lot of things about a camera, you're probably more knowledgeable in that part than I am. But to people who don't know a lot about, because you were saying like 120s, 130s, for people who don't know really what that is, what's the best way to explain that?
You want the lowest f-stop. So I said 130, 2.8 in the start. 2.8's like the standard for sports is what you want, but you can get 1.2 lens, and those can get up to like $2,000 to $3,000. Like, camera gear is really expensive.
I was wanting to get one camera that's just a video camera, so I can try to do some things. The reason why I don't do it around the school is because video editing takes a ridiculous amount of time. So a lot of respect to Mr. Stafford for that, because that is a lot for him to do. But on top of school, I can't really do that. It's enough to try to do the podcast. I stay up until 2 a.m. doing
It's a grind.
second episode.
Shout out to you and Mr. Stafford. Y'all are both underlooked. Like, all the stuff y'all pour into, all the videos, it's all worth it though.
Thank you. Was I talking about
What the numbers mean?
yeah, kind of what all
Like
the
all the
fancy
lenses.
things, because me and you could probably talk just normal about different focus and all that sort of deal. But for some of the people who don't really know what that sort of thing is, no, I was explaining about the video cameras. Yeah, it's a basic video camera, and it was $3,000,
Exactly.
and it wasn't even that great. It was a digital zoom 4K camera, and it was just, you would think that I wanted to record a couple of different things over here, but at the end of the day, my phone's somewhat better than some of those 1K cameras.
Like, I have the 16, and like, I know it takes up a lot of storage. When I upload my phone, I have to do a hard drive sometimes to link to my phone. But the cinematic video is not even that bad.
It's not even that bad.
The bokeh is pretty good on it.
Some of the stuff that I do for drumline, I'll use the giant shoulder cam, but at the end of the day, my phone looks better.
Yeah.
But more people will sit there and let me move and do whatever if I have that giant thing on my shoulder. So, because they think that, the bigger the camera is, the better it is.
Exactly.
Because they'll ask me how much that little thing cost. The shoulder mount itself was actually a gift, but that's still Craven's camera that I use, that's shoulder camera. So I'm not 100% sure how much it is. But still, that phone does a lot of good.
Only photography was that good. It's not really good for like sports photography.
Yeah.
So I started out on the phone for like the first week. Football practice, it was not good. Like, looking back at it, but I think the first time I ever took photos was at pickleball. Now that I think about it, it was at shallow pickleball. Like, looking back, I was like so zoomed in. Like, all them kids like gave me the chance to take their photos. And Nico Laredo, Jack Hopkins, Will Coltrane, so many more than were there. So I always gave them their chance to flick up. I took photos of them hitting on the field at shallow, just everywhere, honestly.
Do you have the same motivation that you had whenever you first started, or do you have to find new ways to stay motivated to do this kind of stuff?
Honestly, like, when players like change like their profile pics or like repost like the photos or like say thank you, like, I think I shot the whole McGee softball tournament with Coach Seymour. Coach Seymour took me down there because his daughter Kylie plays, really good softball player.
Yeah.
I went down there for the whole day. I think we got there 8, and we left. We got home. We got back to Flowood at 12 because we won the state championship or the state tournament in McGee that day, and the whole team went to Mexican after that game. Like, I took photos the whole day, and like this one girl, I can't remember her name. She was on JV, but she was on varsity. I think her last name was Satcher. I think it might have been Harper. I might be wrong. She came to me after they won and was like, "Thank you for taking photos. I love your photos." And like that stuck with me, like it still is. Like, I put that on my Facebook and Instagram, like saying thank you to her parents for raising her right. Because there's some athletes who are like, "Where are my photos at?" I'm not gonna drop names, but so some of them's here.
Well, sometimes
you don't think of it like that.
No,
right.
They're
Not
probably
in a real
thinking about it's like you
I
took
need a
the
hard
picture
photo.
and it's immediately there.
Mm-hmm.
But can you walk us through kind of the photo editing process? I know a lot of the video editing, but the photo editing I'm not the greatest for.
I'll upload. I like to shoot like medium raw for my sports photos, and I'll choose the ones. And the first thing I do is adjust the white balance. Like, photographers have a different way. I'll upload the white balance first, and then I'll denoise to get all of the graining. Because Hartfield, we need some new lights in the football field.
Hey, get us them that.
Oh yeah, because you got the anti-flicker, the red tint. You can tell in every photographer's post. That's why Hartfield photos take long for the actual during the game post. I don't know if anyone's noticed that, but like it does usually.
Yeah.
That's why I like to black and white some photos. But like I was kind of grateful for the first game versus Columbia, who won the 4A state championship. I think they were 4. I might be wrong, but
I think they were. Wait, no, it's different because
I think we
they're a
were
public
D.
school, aren't they?
yeah, they won the 4A like that and Davis Wade.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I knew that technically MAIS we were 4A.
Yeah, they're the
So-
only undefeated public school team in the state at the end of the season.
Wow.
Wow. Tupelo ended up
impressive.
losing?
Yeah, they did. Gulfport, they were Hail Mary to win the championship.
Oh, wow.
Dude tipped it off and called it. So it was crazy.
That's crazy. I gotta go back and see that then.
I should have been there taking photos, but I decided the last day to ask for the pass, and it was already too late. I already had the pass from this dude, but I had work, and I forgot the work tomorrow night. So I showed up on the wrong day. What I'll say about that process, I'll denoise, I'll make the basic light adjustments, then I'll go through my presets. I have a bunch of presets I use. One of my favorites is called Color Pop, and it makes all the photos bright. The one thing I like to do is I sharpen my photos a lot to make them like pop. To a natural eye, you can't really like tell if that makes sense, but like that's really. Then I'll crop to make sure the crop's center. I struggle with cropping a lot, but I'm working on that. Not cutting off feet and certain stuff like that. That's really my process. Then I'll export, and then I'll put them all in a Pixie set or Google Drive, and I'll go through and select 20 of my best, and then post them.
Because I'm guessing that photo editing is a lot different than normally what I video edit.
It is.
But is the composition sort of the same to where, again, rule of thirds for it, over shoulder,
Yes,
those sort of
it is.
deals?
I've tried some video. I let Mr. Richard keep the video. Like I've been videoing some of his camera sometimes at the games. Like I'm getting pretty good at my video. I can shoot good video. I can't edit good video. That's like my strong point or weak point, I guess.
Yeah.
As I remember, it was last year that when you first started, I helped you edit one video.
Yes, and that video, I've had so many connections because of that video. Like Kamario Taylor, you know that State's quarterback?
Really? Yeah, I
His
do know.
dad
Yeah.
commented on that post. It was like fire. 'Cause we collab with Braylon. Me, Jadon, and Braylon did. We collab with us three collabed, and they commented fire. And he was like, I want you to come film for Jadon when he gets to Mississippi State next year. So I'll be shooting some state football games next year, I hope.
I'll probably be doing the same for a video working for SEC next year if everything goes right, because I'm going to state next year. Me and Zane are probably going to room, so
Yeah.
That's nice.
that's going to be fun. So I know we were talking a little bit of this before, so hopefully you've made your decision. Out of every photo you've taken, which is probably in the upwards of hundreds of thousands.
Let's put this in perspective. During football season, I took 16,000 photos.
Wow.
No, I uploaded 16,000 photos. I probably took, I think it was
Probably 30,000.
42,000, I think.
42,000.
Because we beat prep to go to the state. I took, I think, 1,000 just post game because I was so hyped. Like I was just locked in. Those are some of my best photos too.
That was one of my favorite games to see. It was because I run shoulder cam up there. some of those moments, it was great. Them announcing the MRA score. That's what surprised me the most.
On the field, I
No
was
one
like,
expected that.
I was like, Katie, look at the score. I showed him on my phone. He was like, bruh.
Yeah.
I thought about it. It's the best photo I've taken. The first game of the season, I took a photo of Braylon jumping over the dude. Like, I don't know if I can see it, but I'll put it right there. You probably
Yeah,
won't
if
see
you
it.
show me and screenshot it, I'll just put it right here.
Yeah.
Okay, but Jadon's going to put it on there. It was insane. Like, I was actually taking a break because I was using the lens was probably like 14 pounds, holding it up, no tripod because I didn't have one at the time. And I used it then. I was actually taking a break. I was getting some food from Mr. J, my small group leader at Pine Lane, his tailgate. I was like, oh, here goes Braylon. I throw up the camera. I thought I missed the shot. And he jumped over the dude. I was like, no way. I got that. His dad was going crazy. I actually got that printed. I'm getting it framed in our room. So it's just like that. The one right there.
Nice.
I got one for Braylon, too. Braylon says he's going to sign and put it in this room at State.
That's
That's going to be
actually
really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Now, I don't know if he's going to do it at State. My parents are going to have the picture.
still, I mean, it's like not a lot of people think about it. But again, you've got, Reggie and London and all of them. Chris Jones, who I think here in the next 2 years, he's definitely going to the NFL.
Could see Mississippi State.
They but again, you've got all those names, all those connections. Do you think since you've known some of those big names, you'll be able to shoot for the NFL here probably in the next 4 or 5 years?
Is that a goal you want?
Yes, that's my biggest goal. Okay, I'll answer that question first. I would think so. I'm their high school photographer, so like, I've wanted to like be Braylon's personal photographer, but like, I just don't have the time with me not driving to kind of hit at different times. So I've really been looking at some of the younger athletes at Hartfield. I see who has a chance. Like this kid Money in 8th grade, I think he has a chance to make it pretty far. Swifty in the football field. He likes to take pictures. He always flicks it, like I was talking about earlier in the podcast. But like, I can see that. I think I had the chance to shoot the NFL before I graduate college. That's a huge goal, but like, that's a goal. I'm not saying it might happen, it might not, but that's one of my goals. My other goal is to shoot the Masters.
Okay, yeah, that's fun.
Like the Masters, they have some of the best photos there. This dude took a photo of the shadows on the ground. The tee was in focus. You can see the shadow. It was insane. That's my biggest goal, to shoot the Masters. I think I can make the MLB happen before I graduate high school. But I don't know about the age limits.
Sometimes they will try to say you have to be 18 for liability reasons.
Because I got accepted to Ole Miss versus LSU. The game was September 28th. It was September 30th on my birthday. I was 15. You have to be 16 to shoot SEC to be on the goalpost, not the sidelines. So, like, I was kind of hurt me when I saw your credentials have been accepted. Usually you've been declined.
Yeah.
Because you have to have a news outlet to work for usually. So,
since we finished football most recently, walk us through kind of your day to get ready for football and then actually shooting football. Things that no one else really sees.
You want to do football or basketball?
I like basketball better.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, so the night before. So, what days are basketball games usually on? Let's say a Friday night game.
Okay.
I don't know if we haven't had one in a while, but let's say a Friday night game. That Thursday night, I'm gonna format my SD cards. First thing I do. So just erase them all. So I have full 256, 128, and then I'll plug in all my batteries. I take everything in my camera bag. I put the lens. I usually carry 4 lenses, but also I put myself in Mr. Richards' office a lot. So say none of my stuff's there. That's what I'm gonna do. Put all my camera stuff in there. When I get to the school, I'll have my camera harness. Like, everyone knows how I wear a camera harness. I have 2, sometimes 3 cameras on there, with a GoPro sometimes, and the meta glasses soon. So I have a lot of stuff. But like, I'll get to the game. I've gotten used to our court lights. Just say, what's the school? I haven't shot at Mag Heights. I'm sure we'll play them this year at some point. I don't know if we have. Or Heritage. I haven't shot at Heritage. I know we played there last week. Good win, Hartfield basketball.
100%.
I usually test the white balance. I would shoot up like it's a wide. I put my wide lens on and get the white balance, the color correction, make sure I have the right settings and everything. First thing post game. Say, who was one of our good wins last year?
Last year we had.
Was it the prep win?
For the prep, or if you're talking about game or for players?
Game.
For game, We had a good match against MRA. We didn't win that one. It was pretty close, but JA I think we won against last year.
I'm gonna piggyback Prep. I think we beat Prep last year. Caleb Borden has a crazy 3.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My goal, like I've been a part of many field rushes at court rushes. Like Hartfield basketball, we swam the court twice this year.
Mm-hmm.
Hartfield softball, we won the championship. My first time taking photos, like I didn't really utilize the state championship football MRA last year. I've been a part of field rushes and court rushes, and after that, if we win, my goal is to have posts as soon as people when they open Instagram, OG Media's already posted. That's what I want them to see.
Yeah.
I've kind of got that idea from Evan Farrell, Evan F19, I think on Instagram, Evan F Raw. He's very good. He shot national championship. He shot every Ole Miss game this year. He shot many good games. He's one of the best snipers in the nation, I would say, honestly. If it's a close game, say we lose, my goal is try to post out between 1 to 2 days because the players aren't really going to hype up the post or the repost. Even if I get BJ Duncan, they're not going to repost it because they lost. That hasn't happened a lot this year. We have a pretty solid basketball team this year.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Goodman's doing a good job coaching up the boys. Coach Jimmy Lucas, all the players are working hard. But I would upload them, like I said, I already told you I'm editing process, and that'll really be it. And then I would redo the same process, put all my lenses up. That's really my process.
So we've talked about this in detail. It's been kind of a pattern the first and second episode, but because it's a spot for me to talk about just for the sheer fact of I'm up in the mezzanine with the camera on the student section. So I see you down there taking pictures of student section. So you're on the live stream most of the time.
My parents like see me on there.
But what do you think of this giant student section for softball, for basketball, for football in comparison to last year?
Oh gosh, I know you made a reel about that. Hunter Horton, underlooked. He's been invited everyone to the games, get them to come on. These honchos have been amazing this year. I don't know them all. Hunter Horton and Jonas May, they've been huge contributors this year, honestly, helping everyone get to the games, even if it's inviting a younger kid, ninth graders usually wouldn't hang out in the student section, cheer. My favorite moment from this year from basketball season so far was when we all fell down for that dunk.
Yes, I have that clip.
For BJ Jones.
I actually have that clip.
I had the best pictures. I'm making a post tomorrow. It's going to be called recent basketball photos from Prep, photos from MRA, and I think those are the only 2 games. It was insane, that dunk. It's a wide lens. You can see everyone falling down, and there's one at Preston Green.
Yeah.
He's standing up, and yeah! Well, everyone's sitting down. I know I screenshotted the live stream clip, me taking the photo. I'm going to put that on Instagram post. That's pretty cool. I'm like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we were talking about it being the Christ Covenant game when he did that first big dunk before anyone realized how good he can dunk.
Mm-hmm.
You've got, kids sitting there fake passing out, falling over.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun to watch.
Definitely.
Going back to a lot of your pictures, who do you think the most photogenic athlete on the campus is?
Coleman Yoder, no doubt.
Really?
When I was taking photos for basketball last year, he would aura farm. He would walk with his head up. He would always he would never ask me to take photos. I would always say he's so photogenic. All his posts would be my photos. It's pretty cool seeing people using my posts collab with me. He's one of my good friends from Hartfield. He's always aura farming, I guess you would say.
That's one way to put it.
Yeah.
So is he just naturally photogenic, or when he sees you, he immediately straightens up?
When he sees me.
He just knows the
He
get
knows
ready.
He knows OG's gonna get him right.
Going off of that, since now you've got both the official football, basketball, all of them sitting there collaborating on your posts on Instagram. Pretty much everybody knows you being the photography guy. How do you feel being kind of the face of Hartfield athletics, being that way, and everybody knowing you in that light?
It's honestly a pressure to keep the good work coming. I hate when if I have a bad game, which is all gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a football game. My photos were terrible. The pillow game.
Mm-hmm.
Their lights. I was shooting at 600 ISO, one of the highest you can get on my camera. Their lights are so bad. I dropped most of my photos are from Golden Hour. Just how bad their lights were. But my goal is to keep the clean content, like everyone's. Oh, OG took those. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like keeping the standard up.
I know you talked about Coleman Yoder earlier, but what do you think from taking pictures, since you've been at pretty much every game? Who's one guy, either from football, basketball, softball, anything from this year, that needs more attention?
Jadon, hard question. Like, needs more photo attention or overall athlete attention?
Maybe both.
That's going to take me a minute.
Because this probably could be our, because we're not talking, we're talking about sports in general. So we can't really hand out, because we normally do feather presentations.
Yeah.
Because the last time it was basketball, the time before that was football.
So we could.
This one's going to be a lot more difficult because it's overall.
Mm-hmm.
But if we're doing, photos for, feathers for best photo, who do you think is going to be? Well, you said Braylon was the best photo, but who do you think is kind of underlooked for those sort of things? Because you can obviously know that, the seniors are going to take good pictures.
Low key, this kid in my grade, Jack Miller. I have two in my grade, but I'm gonna have to choose one. Cruz Bradshaw. Like, anytime I'm pointing a camera, he golfs. He's really good at golf.
Mm-hmm.
I always shoot his practices for Mr. Justin Bradshaw, just always helping them with content. I had this really good photo of him. I think he was just a practice round. Him getting the ball, the tees in the middle of the air. It's one of my best photos. It's in my portfolio. It's one of the best photos. I would say Cruz Bradshaw is underlooked for photos because he's always pointing at the camera. When I see him in the student section, it's always photogenic.
So we've been talking a lot recently for all this stuff. For a person who's not much into this photography stuff, for my hot takes, what would you say is like a pet peeve that you've been having for all of the sports stuff that we've been doing so far?
I have two. Biggest is the basketball game, when the ref stands in the way. Like,
yes.
It's the same one every time. Like, he'll just stand there. I'll get up and move. He just follows me. It's like, he just wanted to get that shot. Like, I had Braylon's interception tracked perfectly on video. The ref just stands he don't even need to be where he's at. He just does that. It made me so mad. And the biggest pet peeve, not from the sidelines, is when people ask when the photos are ready, I'm not even left the stadium yet.
Yeah.
That's happened not at Hartfield yet, but at public school games, that's happened.
They gotta know that it takes time to do all of the editing, like we've discussed earlier too. Yeah.
I'm not even home yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I definitely agree with the ref, because there was this one time, it was during the prep game, during the semifinals for football, and I was with the shoulder cam for the live stream. This one ref just loves to be in front of me. I'm trying to record the guy with the white cap for penalties. He's just walking in front of me back and forth. I don't even pass over onto the field. And he just sits there and tells me something like I'm not supposed to be right there. I'm like, I'm outside. I'm out of bounds. I'm good right here. But I don't know. But I can see that.
What sport do you like to stream or shoot the most out of all of the ones that we've talked about so far? Is there a favorite one you have?
Yes, I have one. Most photographers will say football. That's not my favorite.
Okay.
That's the hot take.
Yeah.
That's the hot take.
That's the hot take.
That's gonna be it.
I'm gonna have to go with. I also wasn't on varsity baseball this year. I was on junior high. So I covered probably about 95% of every game, or every game I went to usually. All at the baseball standards, we win. It's been like that for the past couple of years. We win. And my best photos of players celebrating, JP up to this walk-off home run last year versus Prep. Did nothing to showboat against Prep. All celebrations are to our dugout. That's the Hartfield baseball standard. The best photos now, the post got 400 likes. I dropped it as soon as the game ended. Players get to the locker room, the post already out because I had a preset ready for that game. I'm gonna have to go with, honestly, baseball and softball is two of my favorites. Those can interlink. So I'm just gonna have to say baseball and softball are two favorite sports to shoot.
That's awesome.
Is that because you play baseball, or
it's
because you understand it the most?
That's a little bit of it. I just like the intensity of the game. Football's got a good intensity, but the emotion, it's a longer game than football.
Yeah.
More innings, it's just a different game.
Speaking of emotions, we were talking about this earlier. what type of pictures do you normally like to take to capture what sort of emotion, depending on the day?
I like prayer pics. That's what I'm heavy on. Like, I had a picture of I can't remember who it was. This player, it was at Northwest. He was like praying, like after they just won this huge gym. He was on his knees praying. Like, that's on my portfolio. I didn't post it because I didn't post any from that game because I was working for a news outlet that game. So
that's unfortunate, but at least you have it in your portfolio.
Mm-hmm.
So I see that you shoot sometimes for Pine Lake as well.
I do. I'm serving there this Sunday.
With that big of a church, how did you manage to get to be photographer over there?
So I really don't know how much a church like has photographers. I know there's a bunch of people that applied. So Justin Poses, he came from, I think, Elevation as a huge worship. Yeah. He's got over 101,000 followers on Instagram. He's a good photographer. I DM'd him. I was like, I want to start taking photos. He was like, we're going through this long interview process. I've already been serving at Pine Lake 56. I'm OHP at Pine Lakes, Our House Promise. So I'm already in the system in that way. Out the other side, it was basically like my tryout the first week. Somehow my photos were so good, like with the electronic board in the back, it messes up my photos sometimes. So it's kind of hard to like lock it in. Like, yeah, my most consistent time at Pine Lake was shooting all 3 Easter services back to back to back, having deadlines, send those in.
So one last thing before we start to close up, because I'm personally interested. What's kind of your method to try to contact, people, colleges, churches, anything out of the blue, just trying to get your name out there to people? Post.
No one's ever, some people's gonna question, why are you still posting this much? So like some old photographers or like old people, they're like, why are you posting this much? I'm posting to get my name out there and expose stuff. Like, that's how some of these colleges have like want me to come shoot there and stuff. That's really how I got my name out there.
So your Instagram is kind of like a resume format that you can use.
Yes,
okay.
Young photographers use it a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I know there's a bunch of us like that are pretty good. Flick by Carter, Shot by Carmen, Joaquin Took It, Cato Frames. Those are some of the guys from the coast. Me and Flick by Carter is kind of local. Wins Flicks. And one of our other student photographers who's on the rise. He shoots a lot of football. That's his thing. That's what he likes to shoot a lot.
Let's see.
I've been seeing that last Wins Flick. I've saw a few of his posts from the football season.
He was in Vegas, right?
Yes, his grandpa, Doc, he got on a media pass of that.
I guess that was a really good opportunity there.
Yeah.
So, anything else before we close up? Well, in that case, I thank you for being here. Again, you can follow him, Og Media, on Instagram. You have your personal as well. We're going to have this. Make sure to, at this point, if you watch this fully on Spotify, give us 5 stars on Spotify. Subscribe and follow on YouTube. Get ready for all of those. Some big episodes coming out before Christmas, so be ready for that. But on behalf of me, on behalf of Zane, and on behalf of Elijah, this has been your Hartbeat Podcast. Go Hawks!